5869, Chicago approach me back to runway 27 left. Thank you. So left the airport's off your left, 10 o'clock and 7 miles.
My name is Ben. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia, in the United States. I was once a jet fighter pilot in the U.S. Air Force. I actually flew the fastest plane in the world for almost 7 years. And then I became an architect after leaving the Air Force. I have been living in Shanghai for 17 years, but I'm not able to fly airplanes for a lot of reasons. And so about a year ago, I decided to build a flight simulator. To build 4 simulators and to get the last one the way I wanted it took almost a year. When I had completed my simulator, it was up in my studio, and then I walked downstairs one day and I noticed there was a loading dock, which was never used. I called up the owner of Shintanina. Today that is what we call Aviator Number 1. It's home to the simulator that I designed. We are going to expand on this idea and open a flying school. The simulator in the window of the Aviator actually looks like the real dashboard, has the real instruments, has the right size. In fact, the stick came from the fighter jet I used to fly. They take those sticks out of the old planes and they make them into simulator sticks. So that was the same stick I flew with when I was in the Air Force. The core of a simulator is actually the software. The one's called X-Plane. Largely due to the internet, there are over 3,300 airports that are modeled in 3 dimensions in the software. And they actually have the runway aligned to the right direction. They have the altitude program. They have the taxiways. Every year there are more airports. There's over 2,000 different planes you can fly, including helicopters. And it's also hooked into the internet, so if it's raining in Manila, it's raining in your simulator. And if it's a hurricane or a typhoon, then there will be a warning on your screen that says don't take off. So it's very realistic. Today I was flying in New Zealand. We took off from a small airport on the South Island of New Zealand in a very remote part. We flew over a beautiful mountain lake. So that software is very powerful. And it shows you all the cities. You can see the world in a simulator. Because I was a fighter pilot, I think I'm a better architect. As a fighter pilot, you need to think in 3 dimensions. You need to know if you're upside down or if you're making a left turn. And so I think you learn to visualize space. And then you translate that skill into being able to visualize space as an architect. And I think that's probably what distinguishes me from most of my colleagues. Over the years, I've collected a lot of things that belong to my uncle. My name is Ben, his name is Ben, and I'm a pilot, and he was a pilot, and I'm wearing his bracelet. And he became what I call a great American hero. Well, one of the other things I want to do with the Aviator, besides introducing young people in China to flying, is to also introduce recreational flying or flying for fun. About once a month we're going to have a guest speaker, and we'll have a little party. Probably in good weather it'll be out front outside the Aviator.